Raptors fans, we beat the Lakers, even though there's no LeBron James or AD. We had Russell Westbrook coming off the bench, and he did not play very well. Actually, I think he was half decent, but he did not get a victory because the Raptors won. Yay! Thank goodness. Welcome to another Raptors reaction. Here we talk about the game. We discuss some highlights and some lowlights when there are some. And then we do the top 5 plays. Please like, subscribe, because I'm getting into a little bit of trouble here. My videos are starting to catch up to my number of subscribers, and I'm running out of friends that I can nudge to subscribe to the channel. So, really appreciate it. Take a second, hit a subscribe. It costs you nothing. If you don't watch any of my videos, it's not even going to matter. They just accrue down below over to the left. I've got people I subscribe to. I don't even know who the heck they are. I was checking it out the other day. So anyway, hit me with a like, hit me with a subscribe. Really appreciate it. Maybe you could tell a friend. You could tell an enemy. That's a good idea. If you don't like the video, maybe, tell some people you hate that this videos are great. And then they can lose 2 to 5 to sometimes 20 minutes of their lives that they're never going to get back. Anyway, let's jump into this game. So, Raptors, a bounce back game. I guess you could call it that. We've had, some sad outings the last couple weeks, but we pulled this one out. What was it? 126 to 113. A little bit of garbage time at the end, so I have to admit I wasn't completely hanging on every basket as Malachi Flynn and Delano Banton try to figure out who's going to get the rebound under the rim with some Boucher action in there. But anyway, nice to see Delano. He's been out a few games. I don't know if he's injured or what's going on or if he's pissed nursed off, but doesn't seem to be getting any time in the rotation these days. But hey, came out firing, came out, I heard there was a team player meeting. They came out with energy. They came out looking actually organized. Again, obviously against a depleted squad, but in the NBA, I mean, any team can beat any team on any given night. The league is only so deep, and these guys are obviously elite talents. So, nice to see. Fred VanVleet came out firing. Pascal was hitting some really exciting shots. OG looking good. Really only Scottie. I mean, Scottie still had some nice passes and some other plays, so I'm not going to jump on the let's bash Scottie Barnes bandwagon. I think the guy's solid, and we're loving his Bullway commercials. So, hey, he's got the thumbs up these days, but just noticed on some shots. In fact, even sadly, there were some Raptors, carryover from this past couple of weeks where we weren't thriving. Of open looks. I mean, oh my gosh, I got some notes to comment on, but off the top of my head, there was a play where, I think Gary Trent Jr. shot and missed, and then the ball went to Scottie Barnes and he missed, and then Fred VanVleet still got an open look from Thad, and 3 in a row missed. It was not cool. But and then there was a seriously long drought too during the second quarter where we could not score for quite a while. That is the scariest thing about this Raptor lineup that I worry about. It's we seem to have Gary Trent Jr. entrenched and coming off the bench, which everyone seems to like on the commentators and the the halftime experts, Sam Mitchell. And Jack Armstrong, and they're all out there commenting. Kia is saying they're happy with him coming off the bench, but is he happy in the role? That's what I want to know, because I think Gary Trent Jr., as I've said more than once, is a seriously talented dude on our team, and I hope he's not upset. I hope he's got the mindset of, I'm going to the bench. I could possibly get a 6-man type of accolade here. I'm contributing, I'm getting some minutes against maybe lesser isn't the best thing, because obviously everyone wants to play against the best, but maybe he can work on some things and build his way back to the starting position, starting rotation. But hard to say how he's going to do that, because unless he grows 7 feet, I don't think he's going to displace Koloko. And sadly, it's hard to argue against getting Koloko sometime, because as much as I think the Raptors have the potential to make it to the 3rd position in the East seeding, I'm not sure that we have a chance to win it all this year. We'd have to have some major things sort of fall into place and get a lot more organized and get our defense going a lot better to be able to have a chance to beat the Celtics. They are looking ridiculous, as we all saw, sadly, the other day. And yeah, even though it seems like we can run with them, we hiccup and have two mistakes, and they just seem to make us suffer. So my point is that, yeah, Koloko starting and getting those minutes at center, maybe not a bad thing because we probably need someone like him, not fouling out. And he does still get a lot of rookie fouls in there because his arms are just flailing around. He's probably trying to do too much, but yeah, I don't know. I still think a starting lineup with Gary is better. But if he's going to be playing in the closing minutes. Anyway, we got to see how this thing plays out. I just hope he's happy is my main point of him coming in off the sixth man. Gary, are you happy? Are you happy, Gary? Gary, where are you? Gary, answer me. Please, you can DM me. It's like 666 on Insta or Twitter. But don't need to go follow me there. Just hit me with a like here. It's good enough. It's all personal nonsense on those other feeds. Actually, I do tweet once in a while. Some basketball stuff. Anyway, let's get to the top 5 plays of the game. My play number 5, I kind of alluded to it earlier, but it has to be Mr. Freddie VanVleet coming back. I should go through some stats, actually. Maybe I will after we do the top 5 here. But Fred VanVleet coming back and hitting his first 3 of the game. That's my 5th best play of the game because it set the tone early. It set the tone for Fred in the game, but it really, I think, got the rest of the team saying, all right, we got this. We can win one. Freddie boy is back. He's not jacking up bricks. So, yeah, Fred VanVleet hitting his first 3 right out of the gate. Put it up 3-0. That's my play number 5. Mr. Freddie VanVleet might be all over these top 5 here today because I'm looking at my number 4 pick and I'm saying it's Fred VanVleet. He had a nice little hesitation dribble, and then kicked it back to Pascal Siakam for 3. That was still in the first few minutes of the game too. Sweet play, Freddie VanVleet. And I'll even jump to my number 3. This wasn't necessarily going to be my number 3. It might have been my number 4, but there was a play where Fred VanVleet dribbled down. Let me make sure that I get it right. He dribbled from the right side and did it was sort of like a fake pass, but also move. He did the old, oopsie doodle to the right, and it was right between the two guys. But man, the defender totally bought it, and then he came back and dribbled still into the paint and dished it off to OG Anunoby for the slam dunk. And as you guys know, dunks rank on this channel, so that's going to be my number 3. A couple of nice dribbling moves are going to round out my top 2 plays of the game. Mr. Pasquale Siakam, making it 10-0, did one of his Savardian spinoramas, which was just a sweet one this time, though, because, again, the way the defender, a lot of times lately, and again, not trying to be negative, not a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm a lover. I love the Raptors. Oh, my God, I love the Raptors. Probably too much. But yeah, Pascal has been getting stuffed a little bit on the dribble, on his spins in particular. Actually, he's okay when Anyway, a lot of ISO, a lot of teams have been sort of figuring him out. So anyway, I was excited to see, and this capped off us scoring with them not answering because I think they ended up getting 2 after it was 10-0. But yeah, Pascal spin dribble move to the bucket. Sweet, that's my number 2 play. Again, it was in that early, setting the tone for this game. But my number 1 play of the game has got to go back to Mr. Fred VanVleet. Now, I know that Russell Westbrook isn't exactly hailed for his defensive abilities. This time, against Fred VanVleet, you'd think that he would have some kind of advantage. I mean, he's got the reach, he's got the length, he's got the height, he's got the speed. But Fred VanVleet, man, he just came on this one. I'm sure you guys know which play I'm talking about. Dribbled it in, sort of went a little bit right. Russell Westbrook sort of cut him off there. I'm not sure if he was looking like maybe he was going to kick it out there or not, but Westbrook actually kind of got there and got some room. But man, Fred just turned around and ran back out like he's going to the free throw line and turned. And this is also impressive because it was a second left, like they were just barely, into a shot clock violation. And he let it go in the air while he's turned. He did, make a full rotation to face the basket, but started with his back to the basket, went up, put it in, swish, 100%. That was a sweet play, Mr. Van Vliet. And if you can get those ones where you work it in and then somehow get out into the open, or if it's at the elbow or any of those shots, continue to do those. Continue to do those. I even don't mind the odd, and I know these are the ones that you end up getting stuff done, and then I'm critical. When you beat the defense and you're laying it up off the glass or getting those little flukes. In fact, later on, he even did like a scoop shot kind of in this one, too. That was sick. The crowd went crazy. Maybe that could have been my number 2 or my number 3. But yeah, Fred, you earn it. I just wish you would not get stuffed. So just please don't get stuffed and only make your shots when you go into the paint. Okay? How about that? Anyway, please like, subscribe, hit me with a comment too. Those are really fun. I've only had a few, and but yeah, super great to engage with you guys. I said that I was going to check out just some of the stats quickly, but my screen went blank because I've been blabbing. But yeah, we got OG with 23, Pascal 25, but yeah, Fred VanVleet, man, nice work. 25 points, 30 minutes, pretty solid. Gary Trent Jr. coming off the bench with 18. I mean, it's great. But I like Gary Trent Jr. getting 35 when he's a starter. And then Mr. Boucher. Oh, actually, I need to mention a couple times because I've been ragging on Boucher with his, 3 unorthodox 3-point shooting. He actually drained a couple of them today. So nice work, Mr. Boucher. And then he cleaned up a little bit of mess out there as well to cap off his 16. But yeah, nice work. Malachi Flynn coming in late off the bench with 5. Koloko with only 1, though. I think Koloko's going to figure it out. This guy seems to have the raw ability, and he is a giant out there, my gosh. And he seems like energetic enough to try and get involved with every play. In fact, I think that's why he ends up fouling out. He just can't stop himself, even when he's not in the right position. But yeah, great game. Nice to see. Nice work against the Lakers. Always nice to see LABRONTO take an L, sitting there with his toque on, not knowing what's going on. And AD, he probably didn't even make the trip because, he had the flu. And he's a little bit of a sissy. I don't know. I know it's not easy living your life with one eyebrow, I'm sure. I looked like I was heading that direction a little bit there through puberty. It was getting scary. I was starting to consider, am I gonna wax this thing, or like, what am I gonna do, man? Did I tweeze once, twice? Possibly. I don't remember for sure. That's possible. But yeah, having a unibrow, not cool, and carries a lot of weight. And so I'm sure he's a very stressed and aggravated individual, because it can't be fun. Mr. Beast for President, thanks for watching. See you guys next game.